Welcome Cooper City, ABC. We hope you'll flip for our family.
Hi, I'm Ross.
I'm Tammy.
I'm Alex.
I'm Allie. Welcome to our home.
Thank you, ABC.
Goodbye.
I started my journey in education when my oldest son was in kindergarten, and I started by volunteering in the classroom. It was really worthwhile to me. I volunteered for 4 or 5 years before I decided to actually step into the ring a little bit and become a substitute teacher. And at the same time, I was also volunteering as a room parent and helping out in the classroom whenever I could. That turned into teaching, and I was very lucky that I got hired at my children's grade school. So I kind of walked into that position. It was a really nice thing, and I loved every minute of it. One of my favorite things I remember is my first day in class. I had all these kids in front of me, and I'd been subbing before for 2 years, but this was my very first class. And I looked at all the kids, and all I can think of is, I'm responsible for every one of these children to succeed. And I really took that seriously. And I think that's what, I don't know any teachers that don't. All my friends are teachers, and I know that every teacher I know takes their kids and their class seriously. We all think of them as our children. We buy them things if they need them. We help them with their homework if they need it. We give them guidance. And my favorite thing as a teacher is just the laughter that I get from them and the delight. And I feel like my job as a teacher is to give children just the courage to be better and do more. And I think that teachers aren't heroes. I think though that we can make heroes by giving our children confidence and by making our students feel like they can achieve anything. 2 years ago, this is my second year, I moved to a charter school. We were having a lot of surplusing, which is layoffs in our district because of, unfortunately, jobs they're just the budget cuts. And I was lucky enough to be asked to go to a charter school. And this is my second year at Somerset Academy. And I'm so thrilled that I can be part of an organization that, we won the Blue Ribbon Education Award last year because we put children first, and we make sure that they're prepared not just for their daily lives, but for their future. So to me, that's how all teachers give back, not just me. I'm not the only one. We're all this way, and we want the best for our children and for their future.
So do you remember when we met?
Yes.
When?
In school?
Yeah. College?
A school?
Yeah.
Well, high school, actually.
Well, we met in high school, but we didn't like each other.
Well, we didn't hang out.
We weren't in the
groups.
same social group. Yeah.
But we met again in college.
Again in college. And do you remember what class?
Science.
Yeah. So we had chemistry.
Actually, it was physical science.
Yes, but we were in lab, so we still had chemistry. And you were a lifeguard in my other class, so you also saved my life.
That's true.
Well, you didn't save my life.
That's true.
Yeah. So we met in college, and then...
In Oregon.
In Oregon.
We grew up there.
Yeah. And then we moved.
And we moved to Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah.
University of Oregon.
Yeah. Go Ducks.
Go Ducks. And then I took a job counseling. And from there we moved to North Carolina.
Yep.
And that's when you became pregnant with Alex.
Uh-huh.
And went on bed rest.
And went on bed rest.
For a long time.
3 months of bed rest. But
Yes.
it was worth every minute of it after the fact.
Yes.
Yeah. But, that's when you started learning how to... Well, wait, you didn't learn how to cook.
No.
No. What did we eat?
Oatmeal, I think.
No, I think not.
No.
I think we ordered out a lot.
We did.
Yeah. So we survived that though.
Yes.
Yeah. And Alex came out fine.
Yes.
And so we decided we did a pretty good job with him.
hmm
He was a good kid.
And then Allison came.
So then we decided to have
2 years later.
Right. And I remember I felt like we'd won the lottery because she was a girl. And so we had one of each.
A pair.
We were good.
We were good.
Yeah, and I had bed rest with her too, remember?
Mm-hmm.
But it was only for 2 weeks, so it wasn't quite as bad.
No.
Yeah. So that was the good part of our life. I think all of
Yeah.
that stuff was the good part. And then I was a stay-at-home mom, and you supported me through that, and I
I worked.
appreciate that. You worked,
Yes.
and that was good because I don't think we had much money. We didn't have any money.
We had no money.
But we learned, I made baby food at home. I used a blender, and we cut corners, and we did everything we could to raise our kids the way I think we wanted them to be raised. I think we were very lucky that we could do that, and we're very lucky that you're so frugal.
Yeah.
And I'm frugal. So basically our being cheap has helped us, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Self-sufficient.
Yeah. So, so that was the good part of our life.
Hmm. But when we lived in Carolina, you found the lump
Mhm.
on your thyroid.
Yep.
And we went to Duke,
Mhm.
or UNC, Duke, I think.
Yeah.
And they said it was thyroid cancer,
No. Well, tumors.
tumors.
Just tumors, and they took them out, and that wasn't so bad. That seemed okay, but it was a roller coaster ride. I remember it was like up and down, and go to this doctor, and go to that doctor, and they didn't know what kind of tumor it was, and it was an ordeal for the family. The kids were babies. I didn't even have any care for them. I had nobody to babysit for them, and that was tricky to maneuver the doctors and all of that, and that was so much that we decided to move to Florida.
Yeah, and I had an opportunity to work for a larger company, and I saw a better way to maybe support the family and
Mhm.
bring the kids to some good schools.
So we
Moved to Florida.
moved to Florida, hauled it all down to South Florida, and thought we had escaped all of the medical past. And lo and behold, about a year later to the dot, found some more tumors. And unfortunately, this time they weren't cancerous. But thyroid cancer was, it was an easy cancer to beat. It would have been fine had I not had that little, hypocalcemia thing that went along with it that caused me to have seizures for a long time. But you had to do a lot then,
Yes.
more than usual. You weren't what you'd call the homemaker at that time.
I learned.
You learned how to sweep.
Yeah.
And, we had to ask our family for help, which I think was really hard. It's hard for us to ask for help, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came to stay, and now you're required to take your calcium. What is it? 3 times a day.
I have.
You take calcium.
And other various. They figured out a certain medication for me, and I think it ends up being like 15 pills a day maybe at the end of the day, I think. So sometimes they might forget. I don't know why I have so many. You'd think I wouldn't forget to take them.
But when you forget, you go into seizures.
Yeah, I have some seizures, and
But
sometimes
we
my
all-
brain doesn't work quite right when I have them. And I shake a little bit, and I look silly. I'm really glad you never videotaped them.
No.
That's a good thing.
So we moved down here to South Florida, and the kids adjusted to school. They love the schools here. We have wonderful neighbors, and my job is good. I have a nice job. I have good coworkers.
And I started substitute teaching when they were Allie was in 2nd grade and Alex was in 4th grade, and it wasn't a total class commitment, but I ended up, I think, working every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then my friend Debbie told me to become a teacher, which meant I had to go back to night school to get certified, and you were really good in supporting me in that. You always made sure that I had time to study, and that I had help with the dishes and help everywhere else. That was a good thing. I think it was nice. And then I became a teacher, and the house was not nearly as clean when I became a teacher as it was.
But the kids
before.
and I have learned to help more. It required that we grew up a little, and everyone became more self-sufficient and more helpful, which is a good thing because it's kind of a team. It's a collaboration now. We work together well. The kids have been very, very good at dealing with your illness, and there was times when I was having trouble coping with your illness, and I chose to drink sometimes when I shouldn't have. I should not have drank when I was sad and depressed or felt like I didn't know what to do, and now I have much better ways of coping with things. And
Well, and I think we're lucky because you got treatment in a very good place, and we got to have family counseling, which helped us. I mean, I think that was a really good thing for our family to go through that, because without that, some families don't make it, and I really appreciated the commitment that you put in towards getting clean and sober, and the commitment that you stick with it every single day, and I appreciate that about you, because I know it's hard.
and go to meetings
And
all
go to
week.
meetings all week. But you know what? It works, and there's a reason it works, and I think that's a good thing. And I think that we've learned after 20 years of marriage, finally, that we need to put each other first, and that we need to think about the other's feelings before we make mistakes. So I think it was a good thing for our marriage, and I think it was a good thing for our family. And I can honestly say I'm really proud now that we've been married for 20 years. It's a wonderful thing, and I'm very proud of that. And even if we didn't get to go to Hawaii for our 20th wedding anniversary, I'm still proud of it. I think it's pretty cool. I did get a washer dryer.
You did get a washer and a dryer.
That's
And
all I wanted.
always wanted to give my family the very best. I wanted to give them everything they ever wanted.
You're a fix-it guy.
I'm a fix-it guy,
You do
and I
everything.
haven't been able to provide the most elaborate homes and the fanciest cars, but I've always provided for the family, and always set my goals high for the family to provide for them. I think my family is grateful for what they have, and I want them to always have more, but they're okay with where we're at. And I think that's important to me, that they appreciate what they have, and it's okay to want more in life, but you should be happy with what your life is and make the best of it. And for that, I'm grateful. It's kind of an oxymoron to be asking for a home makeover when we're really okay where we're at, but I really want more for my family. I feel like I can provide for the family, and I've done good things in the home, but there's some things I could use help with, like the pool. Or
And the sunroom.
Or the popcorn ceiling that I'm not sure what's going on with it.
We don't know what's happening. Or the dining room that we can't really fit in. Or the laundry room.
And the sunroom that's getting flooded every time it rains 2 or more inches. So, eventually we'll get through it. It would be great to have some help. I think in my recovery, I've learned that helping other people is more important to me than ever. I still go to meetings and try to help other people get through whatever issues they're struggling with. I know people helped me when I was having problems, and I know my family was able to help me get through some hard times. And I think that's what family is about, is helping each other when times are rough, and enjoy the times when they're good.
Yeah.
And I think we learn to appreciate the good times and the bad times, and you get through whatever it is. I'm very grateful for my family, my wonderful kids and my wife. I couldn't ask for anything more. I know that I have a lot to be grateful for, and I just want things to keep getting better for my family.
Me too. Well, thank you for listening to us. We're very pleased that you listened to our story, and we hope you like it. Thank you.
Thank you.